All I remember about my dream is I was happy and loud in the bodega smoking area. I got on one of the tables they have out there and shouted, "None of you is without sin," waving my glass about, taking the piss, presumably. I was wearing nail varnish that was black as oak, which is how I can be sure it was a dream. One of my weaknesses is cowardice. I so rarely remember my dreams, and when I do, it's in snatches. I think it was a YouTube video years ago where I heard that every time you access a memory, you change it. Something about neural pathways, but I think of it as nail varnish chipping away when you use your hands a lot, like typing or something. I wouldn't know. It was my birthday in the dream, I think. Everyone's faces were so bright and happy to see me. What sort of jabronis? How are we doing? A little about me, I'm really into calling people jabronis because I don't know where to put it or how to handle it. And it sort of puts you on the back foot, and that's how you should feel in Scorpio season. I'm sort of like, well, what's going on here? I think I like it. I'm pretty sure jabroni isn't a slur. It seems too silly to be a slur, but if it is, I'll issue a notes app apology on Twitter later. This is called gongoozler, which is a word that refers to someone watching the traffic on canals. It's about grief, but it's also about memory, different forms of memory. This is called What Work Is. When Mum talks about her dad, she drives her legs apart into the arms of her chair. She punctuates her sentences with firm drags on an imaginary silk cut. She talks gruff and low. I swear I've seen her brush ash from the front of her jumper with his hand. When Mum talks about my granddad, she calls out with his voice to a wife who is also not here. Says, "Do you want a cup of Ruby?" Says, "Or get me one while you're up." When Mum talks about the man who wouldn't let her pursue acting, she becomes him. She reenacts the scene where he sends her to catering college in Buxton. Her face creases, softens. He says, "You've got to have a trade." So yeah, this pamphlet, I was thinking about the different functions of memory. So how my granddad died when I was 2, I have no memories of him. But through stories, family stories, I have a sense of him, things like that. How that is a memory, functionally. Stuff like that. And also phenomena like cultural memory, stuff like that. So, and it can be yours for the low, low price of £6. Only £6? Yeah, only £6. Interior design. I keep remembering Dad's wedding reception when Grandpa lost the word lily. My hand out pointing to the centerpiece, white flowers spilling over onto the table. I had the garden in my head when I asked him to name them. The garden out behind the bungalow he built that he always kept so neat. I saw him on his knees in blue overalls pruning. I saw him pretending not to mind as a football went crashing through the fuchsias. Then I saw his eyes, panicked and dark as the hole where a word should be. Some kind of... And my dad said lily, and this is how we manage. Dad keeps the word lily. I keep the sunlight and the grey squirrels cascading across the lawn on Sunday mornings. And together, we remember everything. Cheers. All right, so it's a pamphlet, like I mentioned, it's about grief, amongst other things. It's like, and my grandpa died during the writing and production of it. But there's only one poem in this pamphlet that makes me like choke up when I read it, and it's about a dog. Like, not even the dog I've had in my life, it's just a hypothetical dog. It's like the idea of a dog. And it's the only one that I get emotional about, so there you go. Don't know what that says about me. Scorpio. That's a big Scorpio energy. What?
I was talking about this poem in Norwich the other day.
I appreciate that you were talking about me. I'm famously against the city of Norwich, but that's another story. We're not going to go into that today. Staffy, this is called. I stay close to the ground, clenched. I love cold days with the dew on the grass starting to freeze and a clear sky. I stay close to the ground with my voice in my pocket. I'm on side. Every morning, I worry you won't come, that you've gone. In my sleep, I run after you and I'll whimper. Don't ever fucking leave me. I keep your name in my throat like the ground keeps a seed. I keep calling you, but we don't speak the same language. We made it through. I nearly went, when I finished the poem, someone went, I was like, no, I've got to call you a jabroni again. Keep that emotional distance. Scorpio vibe. Yeah, should we? Anyone for a gender poem?
Well, then, here's a gender poem.
Should we do a gender poem? Right, so there's this essay by a really great trans writer called P.E. Moskowitz about, it's called, I couldn't imagine being happy, but I could imagine being Carmela. And it's about Carmela Soprano. Anyone seen The Sopranos? Yeah. And in this essay, she takes this quote from Edie Falco, who played Carmela in The Sopranos. It like just burned a hole in my brain. So that's the epigraph for this poem. And the epigraph is thus. If my father was to put on the fingernails and the hair, he would end up becoming Carmela as well. Edie Falco. Carmela Soprano. I keep making so much food in this full house empty of talk. I wear 2 necklaces and only one holds a cross. Father, forgive me. My very soul is cheetah print. My nails are pristine and long enough to leave a mark. I have forsaken what is right for what is easy. I had a dream. Every time I put on a piece from my jewelry box, I became less visible. I had a dream. I danced through the middle of Vesuvio, completely naked, except for my heaviest earrings, except for 17 necklaces of various lengths, except for my chunkiest rings, and nobody saw me. Father, forgive me. I want to get caught shoplifting in Superdrug. Smiling because I know I already got away with the most garish tones. I want to be devastating in the halter tongue. Father, forgive me. I shower in this full house and my skin feels empty of precious metals. After sex, I put on my partner's underwear and it's only half a joke. Father, forgive me. Alright, enough of me. Let's do one more. Yeah. Let's call my friends. Cheers, man. I've just got a message on Depop, in case anyone's interested. Let's call my friends. My friends who work as bouncers. My friends who hug the half-light. My friends in constant contact. My friends with halos smoking. My friends all different poses. My friends in downward spirals. My friends who live in WhatsApp. My friends who work until dawn, my friends who are my family, my friends loving each other, my friends who come from weekends, my friends who are the weekend, my weekend who my friends are, my money, different poses, my place inside the construct, my phone jot down the toilet, my love, fantastic, my limits sleeping with me, my teeth all ground like flour, my stomach full of bluebells, my outward face completely, my comfort left on park bench, my tote bag full of God knows, my love for coffee sated, my friends who say they miss me. Final book.